Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism. Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen.
Okay, we've got a parent who has written in and wants to know about how can I stop night terrors and teeth grinding?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a really tough one. I mean, I don't think anyone has really discovered yet how to stop either one of those. Teeth grinding, unfortunately, there's no solution to it except for you should make sure that you get a brace, or I don't know what they're called, Shannon, you know, those things
A mouth guard?
a mouth guard, right?
Yeah.
I can tell you that one of my kids' teeth grinds, and she's gone through 5 mouth guards, I think, because they break. But basically, that's just a habit, and it's something no one knows what causes it. There are some theories that it has to do with stress. I don't know if that's the case or not, but you know, so let's just make sure while he's teeth grinding, the teeth don't get destroyed. In terms of night terrors, though, you can contact, UCLA has a sleep clinic where they try to find out if there is something else that's instigating the night terror. See, sometimes with our kids, it's not really a night terror in the sense that they're not suddenly woken by some scary thought, but they're woken by some physical thing that occurs, like a subclinical seizure or some activity, and then they're afraid of what just woke them up. So it would be probably pretty important for you to get a sleep EEG, which they do at UCLA Sleep Clinic, and what you do, they basically he would sleep there. I mean, you can stay there. It's a little bit tough, but they would be monitoring him during sleep. And I think they might actually also now, even, I'm not sure during COVID now, but I think they had gotten to the point where they would allow you to have the entire EEG electrodes at home. And so he could sleep at home, but it's very difficult, and they'd want to make sure that they would want to monitor him throughout one night of sleep, sometimes even more than one night, to see what's going on. And I think I know it sounds super difficult. I wouldn't even know how to begin to do that right now if it was one of my kids, but talk to the UCLA Sleep Clinic, because sleep issues are very, very important. I talk to parents about sleep all the time. And, you know, if you're not getting good sleep, like, the day is lost. Like, you can't learn, you can't pay attention, you're going to have a lot more frustration, a lot more aggression, all that sort of stuff. So it's important we figure out what's going on.
The caregiver just gave us some more information that this is a female child and that she holds her tummy.
Oh, okay. So that, you know, is such a common thing with our parents, unfortunately. And I don't know if it's, honestly, we did a publication, there were several publications that were done which showed that there is a higher level of gastrointestinal distress and discomfort and inflammation in individuals with autism. Now, I don't know if it's just a higher number, or if it's because one way or another we end up discovering that, and our typically developing kids just kind of tolerate it, or they figure out what not to eat. I'm not sure, but regardless, I want you to know that it is a big deal in our field, in our world. A lot of kids have inflammation in the gut, and you should definitely, if she's holding her tummy, first of all, immediately, if she's holding her tummy, give her a heating pad, because that will relieve some of the pain, perhaps. Let's see. Secondly, please see a gastroenterologist and figure out what is going on. I cannot tell you the number of children I've seen who have such severe inflammation that it is affecting everything. They have pain during the day. There are several children I have who have severe constipation, severe diarrhea, Some of the body rocking that we see our kids do is due to that pain. I mean, it is a very, very pervasive issue in autism. So definitely seek out medical help for this. They will do a series of tests to identify what is going on and then hopefully give you treatment.
Hey, thanks for watching Autism Live. To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.